I'd say we're pretty global. We have our headquarters in Vélizy, just south of Paris. But we also have, right now, I'm based in Denver, Colorado. A couple of years ago, I was working from the Sao Paulo office from our Latin branch. We also have offices in Dubai, in Vietnam, in Singapore,
Wow.
in all over the world, really. Pretty well welcome, I would say.
Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Well, thank you for joining us today on Business Ninjas. We're excited to have you here. Thanks for spending the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Honored to be here.
Right on. Let's knock out some of the basic stuff first. So why don't you give us your full name, obviously your role in the company, the name of the company, and the website where everybody can find you.
All right, for sure. So my name is Francois Guilleautot. I'm Director of Cloud Solution at Ateme. You can find us at www.ateme.com. And yeah, we're a French-based company, so forgive me for the slight accent if pops out sometime.
No problem. What part of France is the company headquartered in?
We're based in Paris, but we have a lot of R&D of a headcount in Brittany. It's a hotspot for video technology worldwide.
Great. Okay. And maybe you could help us with a little bit of a bio about your career arc that brought you to the present opportunity.
I'd say it's quite an exotic one. I started doing research for physics. I graduated with a master in the physics of energy and the environment. And then turns out good deed never goes unpunished, and you can't really make a living out of research. I got a job as dev, and then from dev, I went to sales engineer in a company called Paniga that was specializing in videos delivery. And then that company got purchased in 2020 by Ateme, where I work now. So it's just part of the package.
Gotcha. Okay. And then to help level set for everybody, can you give us like the elevator pitch for Ateme and kind of how they've positioned themselves?
We have a pretty clear, I would say, elevator pitch. We have 4 pillars that we focus on. The first one is we try to improve video quality for our customers to help them, get this 4K HDR UHD stream that they want to offer to that customer. We try to also help boost engagement by offering advanced feature for targeted advertisements, interactive television, all this sort of things. We also try to help improving delivery with low latency, low delivery costs for our customer when you improve their operation. And we also have, it's very trendy right now, but we have a really big focus on greener technology, environmental aspects. So we try to improve the carbon impact of our customers' platform by improving density, using more modern technology that reduce the carbon impact of video and streaming.
Interesting. Okay. And are there certain verticals that you focus on more than others?
So basically, the video landscape is split in two. You have two types of company getting to the video business. You have traditional video like content providers like Disney, Fox. In Europe, that would be Account Plus, Orange, and then the second part is telcos, people owning networks and wanting to monetize the network, and that would be Verizon, AT&T, Orange in Europe, and those are really trying to monetize the infrastructure by offering video services.
I see. Okay. And I mean, I guess I should have asked this earlier, but what's the geographic footprint of the company? So clearly started, in Europe, and you're in North America now, or is it a global company? Are you all over the place or just focused on certain geographic regions?
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty global. We have our headquarters in Vélizy, just south of Paris. But we also have, right now, I'm based in Denver, Colorado. A couple of years ago, I was working from the Sao Paulo office from our Latin branch. We also have offices in Dubai, in Vietnam, and Singapore,
Wow.
in all over the world, really. Pretty well welcome, I would say.
Wow. Okay. And what's the revenue model for the company?
So we sell mostly software and services. So we would sell a license for the processing of one channel to a content owner, for example, or we have a content delivery networks software, CDN software that we can sell to big telcos to help them monetize the platform, and would sell this also as a license or to per content delivery to the end user.
I see. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. And I'm wondering, given what's gone on in the last 2 or 3 years with the COVID having massive effects on companies and how they reach out to their customers, et cetera, what was that arc like for you and Tim?
So it's actually a great question because, as I mentioned earlier, I was part of a different company called Indonesia, and then we got bought just in between the two confinement phases of COVID. So what
Wow.
you do was COVID and the acquisition at the same time. So that was a big transformation for us, and I think it really it forced. I would say it was in the end beneficial because it forced us to do change that we probably have avoided doing, and then it really, I think, made us help us transition to a different model of being a small company that's the 300 headcount to going with the acquisition to like 450, 500, and now we're like over 600 headcount. So we use that acquisition and COVID phase to really transform ourselves and be, now a major player on the global scale.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. And I'm wonder, so there's a lot of different places where your technology could fit and ways that you would deliver it to your clients. So maybe you could help us understand sort of what the sweet spot for an ideal client engagement would be. What's the sort of the best customer type that you work with?
So we're almost exclusively with B2B. So we meet our customers at major trade shows. So for example, in a couple of months, if you want to meet me, I'll be at the NAB National Broadcaster Association in Vegas. I will also be at Broadcast Asia, which is another show in Singapore in a couple of months. So that's where we meet most of our customers, but also have like a pretty established base of tier one customer that we visit on a regular basis, and we keep following up with them. And then maybe that reference bring us other customers somewhere in an organic way.
Right. Okay. Interesting. And is there a certain company size that you work best with, or is it more the stage that they're at? Like what sort of is the demographics that you're looking for when you're reaching out to companies?
Our products are clearly positioned as a premium offering. So we sell software licenses, and these are not like cheap licenses, I would say. So we clearly target tier one big media company. Work with Disney, work with Netflix, work with Fubo, Charter, these major tier one companies, and then some really fast growing tier two company that want to improve their operation.
Interesting. And then if you're going after that tier of customers, I'm sure you've developed a way to have yourself stand out from the competition. So what distinguishes you in the marketplace? How are you different than the other folks that are out there?
I think we have a interesting combination of really recognized expertise and very like frontier peak of technology, doing R&D, developing our own codecs and really recognized technology, and also that sort of mid-sized company with just a few hundred headcounts that gives a really good flexibility. And most of our headcount, I would say like 70% are engineers. So really high quality service, high performance. We're bringing the A team. Our engineers are top class everywhere. And then we, instead of having our customer have a problem calling and ending up with a call center in India was someone that just has a sheet on them enter escalations. We have the engineer that work on their deployment with their information and have database of everything they have. And we can, log into their system right away and help them out with people that know them, speaking their language in their time zones, with deep knowledge and understanding of the software. It's a really engineer-driven and a tech-driven company. I think that's how we differentiate it.
Wow. We've covered kind of getting us up to present day, which is great. And now maybe you can give us a little bit of the vision on where you think the company is going to be headed in the rest of the year and kind of what new initiatives you're going to be pursuing.
Well, you mentioned COVID and the effect it had on Ateme just earlier. I think if you look at the wider industry with the chip shortage and everything, the chaos ensuing, it really kicked the whole industry into second gear for cloud adoption. And that's where I come in, really driving all the initiatives in Ateme on the cloud strategy and marketing. And then we really see an incredible growth potential over the coming years for Ateme and cloud video processing and cloud video delivery. And I really think this will be like the next major evolution for Ateme as we turn into like a more cloud native video company.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you're leading that initiative here from the States. That's going to be exciting. So you're going to have a very full year in front of you.
I mean, you have to be where the business is, and a lot of it, the big cloud providers are here, big customers are here. So yeah, that was the main reason for my move to Denver.
That's fantastic. Okay. And then what's the outreach strategy for the company? Clearly you've got, big goals to get to these top tier players. So I'm wondering, what is the marketing strategy to reach out to them? And are you using social media, for instance, as a way to kind of educate folks about who you are and what you have available?
I would say we have a pretty good LinkedIn presence, and we also have a good presence in in-person event where it matters. So you'll see if you go to this NAB show, we have a pretty big booth. We're coming with 30 people, and we really want to show presence and represent we're a major player in that space. So it's pretty targeted, but also experimenting with maybe a newer type of media like Instagram, and we're open to podcasts like yours or other like business oriented media things.
Great. All right. Well, thanks for coming by and getting us up to speed on where you're going. It sounds like the rest of the year is going to be pretty busy for you. So it's going to be fun to see how you guys grow throughout the rest of the year. Thanks for spending the time with us. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for having us. Thank you.